Good morning,
Morning.
welcome to Interview
Nice
Plus.
to meet you, thank you.
I'm Lee Brown, the manager of this department. So firstly, I'll talk about your scope of your work, what responsibilities you'll have in this job role, and I'll ask you a few questions and then answer any questions you want to ask me.
That's
So
fine.
firstly, your responsibilities will be across the internal communications, press office and marketing functions of this certain department.
Yeah.
And then you'll be given guidance and support by other managers to make sure your work's correct and people think you're good for this job role.
Yeah.
And then you'll hopefully increase and develop your understanding and ability of certain techniques within this job role. And then you'll have lead responsibility within certain tasks and large projects. So is it alright if I move on to
Yeah,
ask you a
that's
few
fine.
questions? Please could you tell me a bit about yourself?
Well, just currently taking a business management degree
Yeah.
at UCLan in Burnley. Before that, I studied A-levels at Rochdale Sixth Form College. Also did business, media, and which involved marketing.
Yeah.
And IT, so I'm IT literate.
Yeah.
Understand how to use databases and Excel and Sage in general. Before that, I did a business communications for GCSE as well as IT, and media again, and I found it's just something that's always interested me, to be honest.
What aspects did you cover in your university course?
Covered marketing, organisations in the environment, small, medium enterprise, finance, which includes like balance sheets, profit loss accounts,
Yeah.
things like that. I have just general knowledge of all business areas, to be honest.
So if you've got work to do with finance, marketing, etc., do you feel you could do that work appropriately and well?
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. That's something. It's an aspect that's always really interested me, the marketing and finance side, because I'm really good with numbers. If that makes
So
sense.
you feel you'd like to be pushed towards that certain area if
Well,
required?
yeah, if required, yeah,
Yeah.
it's something I can do, obviously.
Right. So what attracted you to this certain job role?
But I just think it gives that extra push from the university degree course
Yeah.
to like help in the work environment in the whole. I think it's that extra like incentive, obviously having an academic
Yeah.
career to push you outside of it, and also like gain proper work experience.
So you want to take the next step basically?
Yeah.
Right. So why do you feel you want this job role?
Well, like I say, it's something that's always interested
Yeah.
me, business in general,
Yeah, I
and
understand,
I've got really good interpersonal skills, and as a trainee communications officer, dealing with council, obviously dealing with all the people you deal with, like bin men and people like
Yeah.
that, all your different public services. I think it's something I just really enjoy, because like I say, I have good interpersonal skills, and I can deal with people on all levels, and talk to people on all levels, and I can communicate effectively with them.
So you feel you can deal with certain situations if you got out of hand?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what do you feel your main strengths are and what you can bring to this
Obviously,
business?
my communication skills are a major strength.
Yeah, that's a key aspect of this job role.
Yeah, I mean, I've got really good interpersonal skills. Like I say, I can deal with people on all levels and
Yeah.
understand what they mean and interpret their emotions and feelings, and obviously keep situations at hand and like keep like a level of calm over things if things get a bit heated, etc. I also think I'm quite a good person in the aspect that I like to get the work done. Like if it's been set, I have to do it for. I'm good at meeting deadlines, and I have to get it done for that certain day. Obviously, like throughout university, I've had to deal with that. Do you know what I mean? So it's just something that I just cope well under stress, really.
So you feel you're quite organised?
Yeah, I'm an organised person.
Yeah. So what do you feel weaknesses are?
Sometimes I can let like my feelings get the better of me, and sometimes like if I feel too passionate about something, sometimes it kind of overtakes me and like overrides my judgment.
Yeah.
And also I'm quite a competitive person, so sometimes like that competitiveness override like what the work I need to do, because I always feel like in direct competition with someone, but that's with having an academic career as opposed to a work-based career.
So if you had a conflict with someone, say, would you rather express that feeling or would you talk to someone within the workplace, like a manager, etc.?
Well, I'd express that feeling to that person, like
Yeah.
how I felt, obviously, but I'd keep it in a cool, calm manner. And then if they didn't listen and take that information that I'd give them on board, obviously I'd have to speak to a manager. But I like to deal with situations myself on a one-to-one basis. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So if any problems occur, you can always come speak to me and I'll
Yeah.
try and resolve these problems.
That's fine.
What motivates you in the workplace?
obviously the targets that I have to hit and the KPIs, obviously they're a motivational factor. Also the fact that I just really want to succeed and I'm quite scared of failure and like I'm not one of these people that can sit back and let life pass them by after jumping and do something.
Yeah. Do you feel you can meet certain deadlines that are being set?
But like I said, I'm an organised person.
Yeah.
With being an organised person, like comes the point where if things aren't done for a certain time, which they will be,
Yeah.
then I'll totally lose interest because I'm one of these people where if it ain't done, I won't do it. Do you know what I mean? Like it has to be done. There's no other option really with me.
No.
So I'm good at meeting deadlines.
How would you react to constructive criticism?
Very well, obviously I take all feedback on board and I think it helps me as a person develop myself on a whole and
Yeah.
like understand where I've gone wrong in a certain situation and know not to make that same mistake again.
What skills do you think you could bring to the business?
Obviously with Lancashire County Council I think I've got really good communication skills and dealing with this public service people you provide to
Yeah.
people and dealing with homeowners and tenants and I just think I'd offer you a good service and in a professional and like calm manner.
So as we speak to customers on the telephone and stuff, if you had a conflict on the phone and you didn't agree with their opinion, how would you deal with that conflict?
Obviously I'd say like please keep calm on the phone
Yeah.
if they got a bit aggressive and then if the situation was going nowhere and I felt like as a person the individual on the phone wasn't making any progression or we weren't getting anywhere, obviously I'd pass that person on to somebody else, obviously not just like delegate my work away,
Yeah.
the hard work, but and see if they can get some kind of resolution out of it rather than get myself help and get that the customer often on the phone help.
So within this department, we feel that teamwork's a good situation to be in. Do you feel you can work well in teams?
Obviously with my academic career, like within university I've worked within teams and I've worked quite well within teams. Obviously you always get that little bit of conflict within a team, but I always think you overcome that and work well on the whole.
Could you give us an example of when you've worked in a team?
I've had to work in a team with someone who's quite difficult to work in a team with on the university course and obviously at first I got quite heated about it and then I realised well that's just the kind of person that person was and there's no changing that. So I learned how to manage and deal with that person and try to prevent like conflict and abruptness and just try and get along together as a whole, if that makes sense.
So the things you've done wrong in the past, do you feel if that happened again, you'd learn from that experience?
Definitely learn from the mistakes.
So could you tell me about another difficult situation that you might have been in within a workplace or something like that?
Like I said, the person who I've worked within this team has had other issues with other people on the university course, like I said. Without going into too much detail about it and single on that person out. I just think sometimes you come across people every day who are difficult people to deal with, but you've just got to learn on the whole, like this person was quite difficult and to deal with and quite abrupt and personal, but you just overcome those issues and just get on with it really and make the best of a bad situation.
So within a team, would you see yourself as a team player or more of a team leader?
More of a team leader, I like to take that role as a leader, but I'm also a player. Like I include everyone, but I do have that like needing me to like take over sometimes if things aren't progressing.
Do you really know anything about our business?
I know that you're a local council and you cover East Lancashire and that includes Preston, Blackburn and Burnley. I know that the areas you cover there's quite a lot of poverty and deprivation and that you have to deal with tenants on a day-to-day basis as well as public services like bins, waste management, recycling, gardening, maintenance really and then like you have to deal and delegate through them and make sure all the services run smoothly really.
So as we are located in Preston, I understand you live in Rochdale. How would you travel to this office?
Like I said, on my CV I've got a full UK driving licence with no points, so it's not a problem. I've got my own car and I can travel.
That's great. What are your career goals?
Really, I'm looking for that. Obviously, I think I see this as a next step, but obviously if there's any scope for progression within your company, then that's something I'd be generally interested in doing. Obviously it's something that's always, like I said, business is always interesting, so I'd like to stay within the business sector, but the communications and marketing side of things.
Right. Could you tell me where you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years, please?
Hopefully I'd like to be like a HR manager or customer complaints manager or chief communications officer, something like that, anything that to do with dealing with the public as well as internally with the business
Yeah.
and its stakeholders. That's something that's always interesting me.
So would you like to get like management roles in the future?
Yeah,
and stuff
management
like that?
roles.
Right. So now that's the end of the questions. Thanks for your cooperation. Now I'll talk through your responsibilities that will happen throughout your job role. You'll be expected to lead on delivering sound communication and marketing projects,
Yeah.
and expect to develop and deliver action plans, engage appropriate colleagues and stakeholders in the process, contribute on to the effective delivery of council internal communication activities, which will expect you to go out and meet new people and meet our customers.
That's fine.
Would you be willing to do that?
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Research and press releases and responses under the guidance of a media team. So that's your council responsibilities you undertake within the first few years of the job role, and then we'll give you more opportunities throughout that. Was there any questions you'd like to ask me?
With meeting the media team, obviously
Yeah.
you've got your own media team within the business.
Yeah.
Will that mean like I'm going out with the media team to give press releases, or will they give press releases on my behalf?
Well, you'd have to go out with them for the first understand, and then you might be sent out by yourself to do it, but with
Yeah.
someone else in the media team, so they can help you with that support throughout. So you'll always have a
Training.
guidance, yeah.
Yeah.
So would you want
Yeah,
training and guidance
definitely,
throughout? Yeah. Is there anything else?
Like you say, you just said training.
Yeah.
What are the targets I'll have to meet with dealing with customers? Are the KPIs quite high or low?
Well, it's a bit low for you as you start, but then
Yeah.
you'll build up each by year. But we'll talk through that, like appraisal meetings for every 3 months for the start first year,
Yeah.
and then it will get to 6 months and then to a year. So you'll always be set targets throughout that year.
That's fine. That's
Is that it?
everything.
Alright. Thanks for
Right,
that.
thank you
Cheers.
very much. Cheers.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.